What the heck is going on with the Lakewood Ranch real estate market? Hey, it's Sean Reddy, Keller Williams Reddy Group, and each and every Monday, we tell the story of the Lakewood Ranch market through actual real data. Why? Well, because when you read it through news publications, it's not exactly fully data driven as much as the actual numbers would tell you. So, first thing that we're going to look at, and by the way, the reason we make these is so that you as a consumer, whether you are in the market, plan on entering the market to buy a home, sell a home, do both at the same time, you can use this data to your advantage. And we'll talk more about how exactly to do so. So first thing we look at is number of homes that came to the market, number of homes that came off the market. Let's see the balance or imbalance there before we break it down. So to the market, we're looking at new listings, 68 of them in the last 7 days. We are also looking at back on market. What does that mean? Well, was under contract or off the market for some reason and re-entered the market. Maybe the contract fell apart. So 78 homes to the market in the last 7 days. Flip side of that, let's see, 15 homes expired off the market. Their listing contracts ran out. They didn't sell. Now they're off the market. 82 went under contract, so that's 97. 10 came off the market temporarily, possibly expect those back on, so that's 107. 18 listings withdrew from the market, so that's 125, and then 17 more were canceled off the market, so that's, head math, 142 homes off the market compared to 78 on. So nearly twice the amount of homes came off the market this week than came on. That I believe is the 5th or 6th week in a row of more coming off than coming on. So the total inventory in Lakewood Ranch, yes, it is actually dwindling. Now, let's take a look and see how the market is performing specifically. So we're going to start with the 83 homes that hit the closing table. Now, notice I didn't count these and coming off the market because they would have come off the market when they went under contract a month or so ago. So 83 homes closed, and we're going to check and see how they did. So we're going to look at it from a statistical standpoint to see that homes, by the way, when I say homes, I'm talking all residential property types. Could be a condo, could be a townhome, and a majority are going to be single family homes. So homes that closed this week, it closed anywhere from 250,000 up to 3.026 million. That's an average of 730,000 and a median of 592 and some change. These homes took anywhere from, the longest took 336 days to get under contract from the time that it was actually debuted. But on average, they took 75 days to go to contract, with the median being 57. Now, we're all hearing about longer and longer market times. That's actually been pretty consistent over the last several weeks, 75 average and about 60-ish median. So when a home hits the market and they follow what I call, this is our 4P framework, 4 Ps. They prep the home properly. They present it well, not just visually, but also appealing to multiple senses. The presentation's well. They position it well, meaning they're actually strategic with their pricing strategy, and it's promoted well, then the expectation can be much shorter than 2 to 2.5 months to get under contract. Anyways, didn't mean to go off on that tangent, but I did. And those are the homes that closed in the last 7 days. Now, the ones that went under contract, these are going to be more revealing as to current market conditions because they just went under contract in the last 0 to 7 days. So let's take a look and see how they did. These homes were listed anywhere from 265 up to just shy of 3 million for an average of 729 and some change and a median of 584 and some change. So pretty comparable low, high, average and median prices. Don't have closed prices yet. Why? Because, well, that's not going to be public until they actually close. So we just know the last asking price before they went under contract. Now, these homes were on the market up to 319 days with an average of 92, so 3 months, and a median of 76, so 2.5 months. Notice that time is remarkably longer. So yes, the homes that are going under contract now, by and large, taking more time than they did a month or so ago. Remember that. We'll revisit that. Next piece, let's take a look at the homes that hit the market this week. Like I said, all hit the market within the last week. Some of them have cumulative days on market longer than that, just because sometimes homes go off the market with one agent, right back on the market with another agent. But as far as active days on market, I'm not paying any attention to this because they just hit the market. These are listed anywhere from 240,000 to 3.45 million, average of 788 and some change. And you can see a more maybe aspirational median of 610 compared to the ones that have been selling. So there you have it, the three biggest buckets: what's closed, what went under contract this week, and what came to market this week. Now, how to use this data. First and foremost, this is Lakewood Ranch wide, 4 zip codes accounted for, multiple property types. All of them are going to behave a little bit differently. Now, as far as using it to your advantage, it depends on what your goals are. So if it's to be one of the successful sellers out there, which, by the way, a lower percentage of homes are actually reaching the closing table than ones that are unsuccessfully listing their home and just sitting there, then it helps to I go back to my 4P formula. Make sure that all of those boxes are checked. Get with a professional that can help you do that, such as myself. If you are buying a home, this is where leverage can really come into play for you as you compare homes within your buy box, so to speak, and take a look at days on market, take a look at pricing history. Use that data to your advantage when it comes time to make an offer on a home. So there you have it. We are at the end of the month. We're in about 2 or 3 days. We're going to look at how July as a whole compared to June, how it compared to July of last year, year to date, all that. So if you like numbers and geek out over stats like I do, stay tuned. Or if you just want to take advantage of the market of the moment, let us know. Drop a comment, reach out to me, find me on social. Again, Sean Reddy, Keller Williams Reddy Group. See you next week.